If you don't act right, talking about even bigger than that. Man, just look at somebody in their eyes and says, even bigger than that.
Even bigger than that.
Last week we got to the point, and I want to just reminisce for a moment. Last week, and we had a wonderful time. The service was just moving in a different way. We talked about last week how these Pharisees had came, and we found out they were a bunch of self-righteous junkie who didn't have a life, so they were trying to live their life through Christ. They always was in conflicts with Jesus. And watch this. And we got to the point where we brought out when the Bible says when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him. In other words, we simply brought out the fact last week that the Pharisees' name had never even really been mentioned until Jesus showed up. And what we talked about last Sunday, for those that weren't here, was the fact that who were your haters before you showed up? They didn't have anything to talk about. They didn't have no discussion. Nobody even would pay them any attention. No one would even pay them any mind until you showed up. When you started doing something, that's when they started talking about you. Matter of fact, any successful person will be talked about.
That's right. Come on, sir.
Any person that's going somewhere will be highly discussed. Any person moving in a forward position will go through opposition. Oh, catch this for us. Somebody say forward. Anytime you're moving forward, you're going to go through something. But here's the reality. You've got to be able to admit this, and this is just the truth. Your haters, they ought to be glad that you came on the scene, because now they're getting recognition for something they would have never gotten recognition for. Oh my God! You brought a name to their game. Come on, tell your neighbor, I brought a name to your game. Yeah. All you were doing was playing games. All you were doing was just doing what you were doing. Until you showed up, until your neighbor showed up, you gave a name to their game. You were just dribbling. But then when you showed up, it was called the basketball. Y'all ain't talking to me. Y'all ain't talking to me. Your neighbor, your hater, was nobody until they showed up. And I made a statement last week. You know, hey, who were you before God sent McCarter in your life? Some liked it, some didn't. It didn't change what I said. God put somebody in your life to challenge you, to push you and get you out of your ordinary situation, to get you out of your ordinary mind. It's not the fact that you got to worship a man, it's the fact that you got to give credit where credit is due. Every now and then you got to pat yourself on the back, you got to encourage yourself. Excuse me. Every now and then you can't look for everybody else to tell you you're doing a good job. You got to look in the mirror and say, I'm doing a good job myself. Look, Nehemiah said, I'm doing a great work. Y'all ain't talking to me. Nehemiah sat down and said, come down. Nehemiah said, no, I'm doing a great work. Can you please just pat yourself and say, keep doing what you're doing? Don't matter. Come on, tell yourself, keep doing what you're doing. That's been the issue. You've been waiting for everybody else to tell you you're doing a good job. If nobody tell you what you're doing, learn how to look yourself in the mirror and say, you're a bad somebody. You got it going on. You ought to be thankful for you. It's scripture. We preach it. Encourage yourself. But then when you start encouraging yourself, they take issue with you. They have conflicts against you. Sanballat, when he was talking against Nehemiah had to tell himself, I'm doing a great work, because he had been instructed to rebuild the wall. But Nehemiah said, if nobody else tells me that I'm building the wall, I'm going to tell myself, keep building. I wish I had my father-in-law who would tell yourself right now, I got to keep building on this. If nobody else believes in me, I believe in myself. Why? Because I've learned how to encourage myself. I can sit down or I can keep going. So I said last week, can I help you? See, I'm going to help somebody. I'm going to tell you this. Today, the person on your left and right will be offended when I finish today. Seriously, they're going to be offended. They should be. Let me tell you why. Watch this water, watch this AV. They're going to be offended. Because you got to understand, quit thanking God for your haters. Your haters ought to thank God for you. Oh my God, y'all ain't hear what I said. Quit always thanking God and you got to The text speaks for itself. I'm going to show you something. So we got to that place last week. But watch this. And then the Bible said that the Pharisees said, Jesus, your disciples. And we got to the point where, look, don't belittle your blessings because they're jealous of you.
All right. All right.
Jealousy is a deadly poison that breaks up friendships, wound marriages, and stains the beauty of progress. Did y'all hear what I just said? Jealousy is a deadly poison that breaks up friendships, wounds marriages, and stains the beauty of progress. Did y'all hear what I said again? Jealousy is a deadly poison that's done broke up some of your friendships. You watch this. It's done wounded some marriages, and it's done stained the beauty of progress. And you ain't got time at this season of your life to belittle the blessing that God has given you because somebody is jealous of you. Don't expect me to downplay my blessings anymore. Don't expect me to stop bragging about my God anymore. If you don't envy with me, take it up with my God. I didn't call myself. I didn't ordain myself. I didn't anoint myself. God did this. Can you high five somebody and say, God did this? We talked about concerning jealousy. You can do nothing for a jealous person. I got to hurry. Number 3, we talked about reserve your energy for the right people.
For the right people, that's right.
I'll say this, and I'm gonna move on to the beginning of this message today. Don't get yourself upset another day because somebody is jealous of you.
Yes, sir.
Because you really got to be able to let them know this ain't nothing here. You ain't even got a reason to be jealous right now. Oh my God. You don't even have a reason to be upset right now. But you give me a few more days. Give me a few more days. You gonna have a reason to talk. You gonna have a reason to laugh. You gonna have a reason to look at me crazy. Am I preaching to anybody here? You need to tell me you upset now. And I got this little cheap shoe on. You telling me I'm upset now because I got a little shirt. You upset now because I got the 1 or 2 bedroom. You upset because I tried this. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you what, let me hear it because I feel a preach right there. Just do me a favor, slap somebody's vibe and say, get over it.
Get over it.